Bon. On est parti pour l'épisode 1 de Game of Thrones. Du coup, ouais, pour ce que j'allais dire, je vais voir pour peut-être acheter la saison 3 de Walking Dead, pourquoi pas. Comme ça, on pourrait la faire en live. Ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va d'abord quand même, on va quand même faire Game of Thrones. Et je verrai plus tard si je prends la saison 3 de Walking Dead. Saison 3 avec la saison 4 aussi, du coup, au final. J'achèterai les deux saisons, les deux dernières saisons, et puis on pourra jouer. Alors, ouais, toujours là, c'est parti. Bon, j'espère que tout le monde est prêt. Allez, c'est parti. Ah ouais, Jill, toujours là, c'est parti. Bien vu, frérot. Je me déco. Vas-y, Lucas. Bonne soirée, poteau. Ouais, commence l'épisode. Je suis aussi mes vénères. Ah, c'est bon, j'ai au froid. Mais vous êtes parti sur un truc, en plus, ça, il a rien dit de méchant. Au final, il a juste donné une information qui, en plus, si c'est véridique, tu vois, au final, c'est une information. C'est pas. Après, je sais pas, c'est vrai que j'entends plein de gens parler de la troisième guerre mondiale, je sais pas quoi, je sais pas ce qui se passe avec Trump. Mais il va pas y avoir de guerre mondiale. Ça va être sa guerre à lui tout seul, il va se mettre dans la merde tout seul, ce con, il va pas y avoir de guerre. L'OTAN, l'ONU, ils vont jamais. C'est faux son info. Non mais voilà, tu vois. Le pire, s'il y a une guerre, ce sera une guerre tout seul, tu vois. Parce que l'OTAN, l'ONU, voilà, ils vont pas accepter. Allez, c'est pas grave, frérot. C'est laisse les gens, voilà, ils balancent des infos parce qu'ils lisent ce qu'ils voient sur internet. Seeker. Bon allez, les potes, on est parti. J'espère que vous êtes chaud. On fait juste un épisode parce que deux, ce sera beaucoup trop. Ce sera beaucoup trop. Là, celui-là, il va se finir à minuit, minuit 10, minuit 20. Ça va être... voilà. Allez, parti. Game of Thrones. À savoir que j'ai jamais regardé la série Game of Thrones. Donc, je connais pas le délire. C'est vraiment, là, je suis en totale expérience. Aïe, aïe, aïe. T'inquiète, Geoffroy, c'est pas grave, ça arrive. Mais dès quoi, 23h25. Oui. De toute façon, au pire, hein, il y aura la rediff, hein, si tu veux voir le reste du live. Les forestiers ont été des bannières loyaux de la maison Stark pendant des milliers d'années. Ils abattent les rares ferruriers dans les coins les plus reculés du bois au loup. À présent, le nord est déchiré par la guerre et les maisons rivales cherchent à s'approprier les ferruriers des forestiers. L'avenir de la maison forestier est en jeu. Ok. Je sais pas trop c'est quoi.
The great Jaime Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know. Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You? You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest.
Why not?
You don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too. Nor never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the Kingslayer?
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate. To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King
in the North! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Aye! Death to the Lannisters!
Aye!
The North remembers!
Aye!
Garrett.
Ok, donc si je comprends bien, moi
Yes,
je
my
suis
lord.
un
I need
Everwood
you to keep an eye out for
et
Roderick.
lui c'est mon patron.
As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
Faut pas
There
faire le
must
mec
be
qui a sûrement
something
trop.
you want. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
D'accord, ok, c'est bon. Maintenant, on est plus, en fait, on est plus une merde. On va pouvoir.
Bloody hell.
Empty. Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand? Come on, let's make it up to you.
Yeah, no problem.
Ah, il m'a dit d'être
I have been
tranquille.
a
On reste
squire
tranquille.
longer than you.
So,
I outrank you. You should help me.
Ah, lui, c'est une grosse merde encore que moi, je suis plus une merde. Eh ouais, frérot.
Rub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norrin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick. You'd think he was a lord the way he hands out orders. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming.
who doesn't love bacon?
Ah, pig farmers. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
How much further?
It's right over there.
Oula, c'est un château qu'on attaque, ça.
Take your time. You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding.
Ça va partir en
After he
steak.
finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Ça va partir
Don't
en steak.
expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong?
Ça va partir en couille, sa mère.
Just running into you. You're acting rather odd.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
Then take the fucking flagon already. What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush. But what about... What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? There's no need to fucking run.
We have to warn the others.
Warn them about what?
There's no time to explain. We need to find Roderick. He's out there by himself.
C'est parti en trahison. C'est parti en trahison, sa mère, c'était sûr.
We need to get back to camp.
Ouais, là c'est parti. Oh, ça tranche de la gorge vénère. Oh, esquive. Faut trouver notre chef.
Garrett, we have to get back.
Gift from the king!
Oh putain, qu'est-ce qu'on doit faire?
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one! Look out!
C'est parti en cacahuète. Oh putain. Oh. Oh. Putain de bordel de merde. Ah, j'arrive pas. Je tape une esquive. Ah. Là, c'est un petit.
Good fucking riddance.
Ah putain.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
The Freys. They slaughtered him, my lord.
Ok, donc les
Find
Frey,
a
c'est
weapon,
des traîtres.
Quickly! betrayed. You fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Seven hells.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Well, the phrase says time. Don't run,
Va mourir le frérot. Dès le départ.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Well, the phrase says
You have to
about
go.
stage, you're welcome to the fucking torch.
I will do as you command, my lord.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you. Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
I
Le
swear
bosquet du
that I
Nord ne
will,
doit
my
jamais être
lord.
pris. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Hey, it's those
Now
foresters.
go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters. With love, the fray.
Il est mort. Au revoir le frérot. J'étais content de te connaître. Bon, tiens, ça commence bien. Ouais, c'est ça, hein. Direct de l'action, direct des morts, des traîtres, de suspense, de la mise en scène. Là, il y a déjà un truc qui se passe, tu vois. Déjà, c'est quoi le bosquet du Nord? Je sais pas ce que c'est, mais j'ai déjà envie de savoir ce que c'est. Putain, il y a un S, ça se trouve. On va bien le savoir dans peu de temps, j'espère. De la glace naît le fer. Ok, les forestiers, du coup, c'est les gentils. Puisque c'est nous. Et les frayes, c'est les méchants. Ok. Du hallouf. Ouais, c'est pas comme dans Days, hein. Là, on en a rien à foutre. Ok, on est bon.
Lord. Fresh.
Oh. C'est passé un truc là-bas. Il y a un joueur pas loin. Ouais. Un crash d'hélico, je crois. Ça là que je crois.
That's
Je crois que c'est un
father's
crash
car.
d'hélico, c'est tout. Oh putain.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this.
Winter may be coming, but at least still have his bacon. Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Allez, une sacrée tête de fils de pute lui. Oh,
Father, I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
oh, le bâtard, c'est notre père. En fait, c'est nos cochons.
I recognize
C'est notre
you.
ferme.
You're a forester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword? Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself. Probably a deserter.
Tue-les, ouais, dès que je peux les tuer, je
You
les
didn't
tue.
just find it, which means you must have stolen it.
Ok, là c'est bon.
That sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
On va devoir se battre.
Come get it, you bastard.
Oh, le bâtard.
All right. Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
Ah déjà, d'accord. Avec la fourche, ça va y aller.
You really are a
Hache,
pig
fourche,
farmer,
hache.
aren't you?
Hache. Ah, son bras. On lui a tranché la jambe.
Mercy. Please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following order.
Qu'est-ce que je fais? On va déjà commencer. Si on le tue, on l'épargne celui-là. Parce qu'à ce temps-là, faut se dire que peut-être que si on l'épargne, ce mec, il va nous sauver le cul plus tard. T'as vu? Tue-le, c'est un combo. Ok, on va partir sur du boba. Allez, on le fume.
No, please.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
J'avoue, lui, on s'en bat les couilles de lui. Bah, du coup, j'en ai plus, là, le daron, on est en train de crever.
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Oh.
I tried to stop them.
Oh putain. C'est un jeu PC ou quoi? Non, mais c'est un style graphique. C'est un style graphique, poto. C'est fait exprès.
I'll kill the men who did this.
C'est un peu en mode bande dessinée, cartoon, tu vois. Je sais pas, c'est pas les graphismes qui comptent dans ce jeu, c'est l'histoire. Tu vois, si t'es, c'est pas un jeu où il y a de l'action, où tu sais pas, voilà, tu vois. C'est vraiment, dis-toi, c'est le scénario. C'est pour ça qu'on joue à ce jeu-là. Bon, par contre, là, ça commence bien. Hein. Il y a déjà une trahison, du cliffhanger, du suspense, des annonces, des morts.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Style pastel, ouais, c'est ça, tu vois. C'est un style. Ça, je trouve pas si moche que ça. T'as vu, ça passe en vrai.
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
Ouais, les bâtards.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
It was justice. They got what they deserved.
They did indeed. We can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Ah ouais, elle est vénère sa blessure quand même. Oh sa mère. Eh chef, il met des asticots.
These are dark days, I fear.
Yo, yo, yo.
To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son
mettre
through
de
such a
l'alcool aujourd'hui.
despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our house will never fall.
By the gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead.
Des asticots. Putain,
Right.
c'était la barbare avant.
This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Voilà, j'ai promis.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
On doit
Although
transmettre
I'd
le
imagine
message
Lord
aux
Forrester
Allemands.
would sacrifice
C'est qui,
himself to save anyone from his house. I
Qui
all
donc
know.
là qui on doit donner le message là pour le
Lady
boss du-
Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
Bah, ça va, il arrive à marcher.
Go on. Don't stop now.
Ah, c'est
It's better to let the blood circulate.
Je crois que c'était l'oncle du mec qui est mort. Donc je pense qu'il faut que j'aille m'asseoir. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut que je fasse? Peut-être que j'y parle. Je crois que tu mets le doute. Je sais pas, au pire de toute façon il y a bien un moment où on me croira que c'est le type à lui dire.
Did your leg feel weak?
Je crois
No,
qu'il avait dit mon oncle, en vrai. Je me
I just
tape
wanted to ask you. Never mind.
Qu'est-ce qu'il faut que je fasse du coup? J'ai pas suivi. Peut-être que j'aille faire un truc avec le feu là. Je me barre par là.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Ortengrin. Look, I'll show you.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Ah, les deux là ils sont morts. Lord Forestier et Roderick. Ryan, ok, c'est un Uchi. Lady Forestier, ok. Mira, ok.
Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now.
Ok.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
An ironwood shield.
Avant que je reprogramme le bot parce que je
The
l'ai
strongest
reprogrammé
wood in the
autant.
known world.
Il met trop de messages rapidement. Je vais le reprogrammer aussi.
The foresters owe their lives to this wood, and the weapons that come from it.
The Ironwood Grove.
Je connais pas le délire de Game of Thrones, j'ai jamais regardé. Pourtant j'ai déjà essayé de regarder la série, ça m'a pas du tout emballé. Il faut que je parle à l'autre, je suis sûr. On va lui montrer les baies peut-être.
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. Even a sword as strong as this would barely make a dent in a shield like that.
Les sous-titres sont un peu rapides. Ah, je peux... Attends, je vais voir si peut-être je peux faire un truc pour que... Peut-être que je peux faire un truc pour ça, non? Ah, je peux même pas, poteau. C'est... Ouais, c'est le... C'est soit tu lis lentement... Non mais... Ah oui, chacun son rythme. Soit tu lis lentement... c'est peut-être un petit peu trop rapide. Je sais pas, je m'en rends pas vraiment compte. T'as vu, parce que moi j'arrive à lire. Non, je crois encore pas
I'll admit, you do seem better than was to be expected. I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family.
He said he loved you.
That's very kind of you to say. You have the Forrester's sword.
Comment ça va, poteau?
This belongs with Ethan now. He's the new lord of the house.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Ah, écoute, ça va tranquille, hein. On commence un nouveau...
Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution.
They attacked me!
And they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument you cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing?
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else from these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, This. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a
J'aime même pas
risk
qu'ils
we
t'en
cannot
plaisent.
take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
Ouais, moi je te crois. Hein.
That
Peut-être qu'il y a une
settles
mise à
it
jour
then.
qui va tomber. Ça fait bien de changer de jeu de temps en temps. Ah ouais, carrément. Ah, ça
You
fait
can have my
3-4
horse,
jours que je fais
and
ça.
I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Faut lui dire pour le bosquet du Nord. Où c'est que tu vas, toi? Ouais. D'accord. Ouais.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary
du bosquet du
nonetheless.
C'est à lui qu'il faut le dire. C'est lui mon oncle.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell
Ah,
you.
c'est bon, c'est ça.
What?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Ok. Alors, qu'est-ce que c'est que ce putain de bosquet du Nord? Ceci, c'est vital pour la
I am
survie de
from
la
ice.
maison. C'est
I
que-
am from ice.
Remember, you represent
C'est
House
un truc de ouf, hein.
Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house. I know you will.
Putain de bosquet de merde, qu'est-ce que c'est? Ça m'intrigue ça. Et là on va au mur, c'est quoi ça aussi? C'est pas le mur de glace là, je sais pas quoi.
Garrett, wait!
Un petit feu ou quoi?
Be safe.
Ouais, t'inquiète, quand je reviens je te saute. Vas-y Kuba, bonne nuit mon pote. À une prochaine.
Ethan? Ethan!
find him. Could you?
Si, Mirko, bah vas-y, bonne nuit, poteau.
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You found me! Well done, Ryan. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are.
T'inquiète, regarde, je vais rester comme je
I
suis.
know a lord has many responsibilities.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Je vais devoir prendre des décisions.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
You have to understand. Being Lord is a great responsibility. I can't just fool around.
Thank you for that, Roderick.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Ah oui, t'imagines, toi t'es là, ton père et ton grand frère ils se sont fait tuer, tu deviens le roi d'un coup comme ça. Et quand ça devient le sbeul en plus.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly
Oh
unexpected.
putain, le début des
He's
problèmes.
come
Ça y est.
demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
Bah qu'est-ce que je fais? Je vais y aller, je suis un ouf moi. J'avoue.
If I were lord, I would command
lord.
Ethan to stay with his family.
Bah oui,
Fine.
c'est moi le patron.
If that's
si
what's
j'y vais.
required of me.
Very well then.
J'avoue, normal, hein. C'est moi le patron maintenant, donc faut montrer qu'on est des bonhommes. Va voir là, lui, les White Hill là. Tu vas voir ce que c'est de tuer la famille des gentils. Trop de putains.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
On va la jouer smart.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Faut la jouer smart. Faut la jouer smart, faut la jouer intelligent, parce que je le sens pas. Regardez-moi cette dégaine de fils de pute qu'il a. Putain, il n'a rien moche.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due. Aye.
Ok, il a
Hold
agressif
your
envers nous.
tongue, you coward. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished! Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Ah, c'est le trou du cul du départ, lui.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
Garrett was only defending himself.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men? And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house. I'm not leaving until I have his head on a fucking spike.
Attitude.
Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Putain, elle est puissante, elle. Hein. C'est si lui, il a fermé sa gueule direct.
May be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do your worst, you bastard.
Attitude. Par contre, Lady Forrester, elle est puissante, elle. Hein. Parce qu'il est arrivé là, à l'arrivée, il a fermé sa gueule direct, lui.
You must find your voice, my lord. Your enemies will interpret your silence as a sign of weakness.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Elle les a tous calmés derrière, carrément. Elle est arrivée, elle, bon, attitude. Ah oui, je suis courageux, frérot. Le problème, c'est que si je parle, après ils vont dire oui, mais machin, tu manques de respect et tout. Qu'est-ce que c'est
Although
que ça?
just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Ok. Qui suis-je?
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Ok. Elle aussi, c'est en fait, c'est une des sœurs. Elle doit être envoyée je sais pas où, dans un autre pays. Dans un autre coin du globe.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Lui, je sens que ça va être un frérot, lui.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright?
Lui, ça va être un frérot de la veine.
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Lui, je l'aime bien, lui. Je sens que ça va être un frérot, lui.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Il nous a donné des infos.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
Oh putain.
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Elle, Charbon. Lui, on va l'appeler Charbonman. Lui, c'est un frérot. Lui, je sens que c'est un bon. Ça va être un espion. Oh, elle est bonne.
Lady Marjorie,
oh, elle est
you're
bonne.
early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Je pense que tout le monde la nique. Ah, puis elle aussi encore, putain.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. to have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark? It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it. I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her.
Oh putain.
I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I
Je la mets
knew
dans la
I could
pochette.
trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Faut jouer son jeu.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Faut qu'on s'excuse.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another. Good luck.
Oh putain. Là, faut pas que je me foire.
You can do this.
C'est le trône de fer en face là, je sais pas quoi là. C'est le trône de la série. Ah, faut que j'avance. Putain, en plus y'a plein de monde.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Et pourquoi y'a personne assis dessus?
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
Ah putain, merde.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Si merde frérot.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did say the loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would... Let the girl answer the question. Go on. Evading the question won't help her cause. Who do you choose?
Qu'est-ce que je dis? Je te mens pas là, je suis perdu un peu. Seeker, toi tu dirais quoi? Le roi ou la meuf? Je suis un peu perdu. Un peu mon dieu, je suis perdu. Qu'est-ce qu'on met? En plus quand c'est facile sa mère. La lécher. Hein? Ouais, moi aussi je la bouffe, mais non, mais... Roi, ok.
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Ouais, elle est pas contente. On a fait de la
I'll
course
walk
de
you
mer.
out.
On va se
This
faire
may
tuer.
come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. No doubt Lady Marjorie will forgive you. Eventually. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
I wouldn't want to anger Cersei.
And you'd be wise not to. But I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure Ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Bon. Je crois qu'on a fait la demeure, ouais. Mais je sais pas c'est qui lui. Je sais que c'est le nain dans Game of Thrones, mais putain. Je sais pas en fait si c'est vraiment comme dans la série là, les personnages et tout, le scénario.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Sir Jaime, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine
moi j'ai jamais regardé. J'ai regardé un épisode, j'ai lâché l'affaire. Ça m'a pas du tout
envolé. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well, which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right, of course.
Oula,
well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
Ouais, what are you doing? Oh putain.
Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Ok, ça va. En fait, on a pas fait de la merde.
Can be exhausting sometimes.
On a été bon.
There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over.
On a été bon, on n'a pas fait de la merde.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Bah,
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Faut de l'action. Ah putain, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? fait quoi? On lui demande son aide maintenant ou on lui demande pas? Parce que là... En fait, je sais pas ce qui se passe. Pourquoi ça nous dit demander ou pas demander? C'est-à-dire qu'en gros, il va se passer un truc de ouf, quoi. Dans tous les cas. Si on demande à ce temps-là, il va se passer une grande dinguerie. Si on demande pas, il va s'en passer une quand même. De l'aide, mais j'ai pas suivi la conversation. Mais en fait, la conversation, ça parlait juste du fait qu'on ait fermé notre gueule devant la reine. Mais là, on redemande de l'aide. Mais en fait, je sais pas pourquoi ça nous demande ça comme ça. C'est ça qui m'inquiète, c'est que ça nous demande ça comme ça en choix, tu vois. Si on lui demande ou pas de nous aider. Mais est-ce que si on lui demande pas tout de suite, on peut lui demander plus tard? Allez, on va lui demander de l'aide du coup. On va voir ce qu'on...
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. My mother feels it is urgent, my lady. She's unfamiliar with King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Ok, ça va, on a géré du coup. Ah bah envoyer un corbal. Tiens, c'est le frérot. Wow.
Seven hells.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
C'est chaud.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity you didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now.
Ah, c'est un des Bolton, c'est ça?
How much further is it to these Foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
Oh, c'est un des méchants.
There.
Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind.
Whew.
We've wasted enough time already.
Oh, c'était chaud. L'autre il s'est fait écorcher vif comme une demeure. C'est qui s'est fait écorcher? Il a pas eu de chance. Ouais, lui il a pas eu de chance lui.
Whoa. Bloody hell.
Oh putain. Ah j'avoue que ouais, eux ils sont hardcore. Ils rigolent up. En vrai ils rigolent up.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young.
Là c'est des cannibales. Ah ouais, je sais pas ce qu'ils ont fait. Il a pris le sandou. Il a pris tout le sandou.
But 300 generations of Forester lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle. Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others. The Lord Sentinel.
Je sais pas en vrai parce que demain non, je sais pas. Franchement, je sais même pas. Je peux même pas te dire Seeker.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move.
Oh.
Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
You spoke of judgment, Sir Royland. What judgment is that?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
Au calme, Seeker. On verra demain, t'inquiète.
This house is doomed. We all fucking know it.
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
Ah, le bâtard.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy, go!
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the war.
Leave the man alone. Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Deserve to. Make him pay for what he's
Oula, qu'est-ce qu'on fait, les gars?
I will decide.
On a 3 options, je crois. Soit on le fait s'exiler, soit on le tue, soit on l'épargne.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On l'épargne, on l'exile ou...
My lord, my family depends
on
on
le
me.
punit? On l'épargne.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed. Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal. A brazen thief.
He still serves House Forrester and deserves our protection.
He's a rat in our grain stores.
My lord, we must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you and to this house.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must meet our punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
I did what I had to do, and it didn't bother me.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience. You should have one advisor above the rest. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Ouais, je vais choisir directement l'oncle.
Solicit the opinion of people close to you.
Directement, je vais choisir l'oncle.
The bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Thank you for your counsel, Maester.
It is my duty. Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
L'autre là, qui est vénère tout le temps là. Celui qui est vénère qu'à la balafre. Je sais pas qui prendre. Est-ce que je prends l'oncle ou est-ce que je prends la balafre? Je sais pas. En vrai, je sais. Ah, c'est quoi celle-là? L'oncle il est sage. Duncan et l'autre il s'appelle comment? Malcolm. Non, c'est pas lui. Sir Roiland. Roiland, ok. On va le donner à Duncan. C'est parti.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Actually, I wanted to ask, why did you send Garrett away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Garrett had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the Whitehills. I only hope to give you an advantage.
That's a clever strategy.
I do hope that's a good thing, my lord.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Est-ce qu'il faut que je parle avec tout le monde ou comment ça se passe?
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Yes,
Ouais.
Maester. I'm ready.
Very
On va
well.
mettre Duncan.
I will convene the small council at once.
Duncan le frérot. Le bosquet du Nord. Je sais pas ce que c'est que cette merde.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. There was one man who stood above all others. Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision. Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle? This is reckless. Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
T'as pas intérêt.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
There's no need to panic. We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council. Lord Ethan deserves to hear from all of us.
A man may have two ears, but he cannot listen to two men talk at once.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand. Put every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall, and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
He would see it for the empty gesture that it is, and have us flayed. We must take a measured approach, my lord.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
We all must agree on the plan. We cannot leave until we have a consensus.
Ugh.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
Oh putain, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Parce que se battre, c'est sûr que ça va être la merde. Diplomatie et marchandage. Ah putain. Je sais pas ce qu'on fait. Moi je serais chaud quand même. Bah c'est ça, diplomatie on donne R. Et marchander on a qu'une seule monnaie. Putain. Il faut qu'on gagne du temps. Je pense que le meilleur à faire c'est de gagner du temps. Et c'est de marchander. En vrai. Mais c'est pas la bouffe en fait, c'est le ferrailler, je sais pas quoi. C'est en gros les fabrications des armes et tout. Et je pense que le meilleur à faire c'est de gagner du temps. Parce que gagner du temps, on est mieux à leur donner un truc, tu vois, comme ça ils disent ok hop, ils nous donnent ce qu'on veut. On les laisse tranquilles un petit moment, comme ça nous on a le temps d'avoir la protection et on récupère ce qu'on a perdu. Ouais mais diplomatie ça semble trop simple. Tu vois ce que je veux te dire? Moi je suis sûr qu'il faut marchander. Ils voudront plus, ouais mais non ils pourront pas avoir plus puisqu'on n'aura rien. Tu vois ce que je veux te dire? Après sinon faut se battre. Ouais franchement allez, marchandage.
Maester Ortengrin has swayed me. We will offer the Boltons a share of the ironwood, and we will promise our people to harvest it. thus securing their safety.
As Sentinel and Castellan, I must warn against this. You may do this for some gain now, but in the end, it will starve this house.
If we don't, there may be no House Forrester at all.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
We could offer him the ironwood in the courtyard.
My lord, making this kind of offer outright may simply embolden Ramsay. There could be trouble, and all the house will be there to see it. Meet him in the hall. It will be more private, and he will not have an audience to play against you.
Lord Ethan?
Est-ce qu'on le fait rentrer le mec ou est-ce qu'on le laisse à la porte? Moi je suis chaud pour qu'on le laisse à la porte. Parce que le faire rentrer, s'il veut faire une dinguerie, il peut la faire. Que à la porte au moins, ouais, on est d'accord.
I will meet him at the gate.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Men? We hardly have any. It's a foolish plan.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow at the gate.
And we will offer the ironwood, providing a safe future for this house.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities. But you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use. You're a thinker, Ethan. You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords.
Ok, on est bon. Qui c'est que c'est lui? Eh, t'es qui,
I'm trying
toi?
to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
C'est qui Malcolm? Je sais même pas c'est qui. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On l'envoie ou on le garde ici lui? Ah mais non mais faut l'envoyer pour aller chercher l'autre.
Fine.
On l'envoie.
Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan.
Ouais, on l'envoie.
I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
On va pas toucher aux affaires. On touche à R. Ça sent pas bon cette histoire.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Il va se passer une dinguerie.
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven.
C'est
I
une
have to
galère.
warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Ah, c'est devenu une galère sa mère, oh là. Ah, c'est Charbonman, on va l'appeler Gollum.
Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I
On va
hope you
l'appeler
saw.
Gollum.
I was right before, about Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
It's too dangerous for me right now. And for you as well.
You needn't worry about me. I can take care of
C'est la
myself.
taupe.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
C'est la taupe. La taupe, la taupe. Qu'est-ce que tu regardes toi? Hijo de puta. Ça finit jamais sa mère.
Where's Sir Royland? The man values pride more than honor. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
I hope so.
You made the right decision, my lord.
Bolton men approaching, my lord.
Je pense que là ça va s'arrêter bientôt. Là on fait la rencontre et je pense que ça va s'arrêter sur ça. Ça commence à faire long quoi.
Something wrong with your gate? Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now let me in. This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
Why the hurry? Are you cold?
You know, I am a bit. Fortunately, there's no shortage of wood to burn around here.
Et c'est qui ouvre la porte?
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsman.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so? Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. This ironwood seems to be your most precious possession, but it is just wood.
Lord Ramsay, we have another gift. We'd like to offer to your father. There are several ironwood groves along the borders of our land, all producing tall, strong trees. We'd like to give your father 2 of these groves in tribute.
Give him? He is your warden. What's yours is already his.
Oh, ça craint. Ça craint de ouf.
Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive.
J'avoue, mais faut que on gagne du temps, faut qu'il se calme lui. Faut qu'il parte sans faire de dégâts. Celui, je sens que c'est une tempête. Tu vois, c'est une bombe prête à exploser lui. En fait, au final, on va rentrer dans le truc. Pensée immense, putain.
Look at that. More Forresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal. I want you to show me.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. And I care even less about a bunch of trees on some far-off hill. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
No, you're mistaken. That's not how it happened.
Our men are dead. How it happened is irrelevant. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The Whitehills had ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare.
Hence the name, of course.
They know nothing of how to cultivate the forest.
Look at their sigil, my lord. A barren hill.
Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
Ça va partir en
I'm
couille.
his twin, my lord.
Oh, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well. I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the wise lord?
Oh, fils de pute.
What have you done?
But I don't want wise. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No!
even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward. Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Oh yeah, yeah, ça part en steak.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him! Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let it go!
Stop them!
Help me!
Ryan,
Stop
please!
it!
Let me
Bring them
go!
to Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
Ah ouais, quand même. Bah mais je savais pas quoi faire, c'était chaud. On n'avait pas de soldats, on pouvait
Ethan
pas se battre.
sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Wise.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel.
I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do
Très
not
mal commencé
stand
MDR,
alone.
ouais, je confirme un
There
peu.
are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again. Our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Ouais, j'avoue,
Nothing
c'est
comes
parti en
without a
steak.
cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Bon. On a quand même réalisé le premier épisode de Game of Thrones. Donc on est bon. Qu'est-ce que... C'est plein de trucs. Bon. Mais il est 40, je suis fatigué moi. Allez. 6 cœurs. Et les autres qui sont là, je sais pas y'a qui. Je vous dis à demain. Demain soir, on fera pareil. On se fera l'épisode 2. Je pense que maintenant on va se faire un épisode tous les soirs. On va pas... C'était pas mal là même Dodo. Ouais, en vrai c'était pas trop mal, ça va. Il y a eu l'action, ça a bien commencé, ça s'est calmé un petit peu mais c'est un rythme. Donc vas-y demain soir pareil, rendez-vous 21h, on se fera un épisode et puis voilà quoi. Allez. C'est long 2 épisodes, ouais 2 épisodes ça va être trop long, ça y est. Bon bah je pense que ça va être un épisode le soir, ça va faire un petit stream de petite heure et demie, ça suffit. Et voilà. Hein, c'est pas mal ouais je pense aussi. Putain. Parce qu'on a commencé à 21h, on a fait 2 épisodes, on a fait l'épisode final de Walking Dead, après peut-être que l'épisode final a duré plus longtemps. Du coup tu as vu que c'est un épisode final. Mais bon. Allez, Adil, ah ouais t'étais là depuis tout à l'heure Adil, putain. C'était calme. Allez les gars, je vous dis bonne nuit, à demain.